Hard ER, it's the hard ER. Hard ER, it's the hard ER. Hard ER, it's the hard ER.
Again, if you guys are hearing an air conditioner, it's Johnny Hill's shitty fucking studio.
Popcorn Hills.
Juno Hills canceling our pod multiple times to go hang out with Popcorn, and
It's
he just
cool.
fucking, man, he was such a cool guy. He made me such good oxtail. It was the best oxtail I ever had. You're fucking white. Shut the fuck up.
No, but it definitely was though. Like you have to think about all of his experiences with oxtail would be at some store. Like he's never gone to like a black person's house and had it made for him. That's how you get the raw. You got the raw, dog. He's been getting that cut shit everywhere.
Not any black person's house. A legend in the Jamaican community.
Yeah, it's true. It is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I was actually looking at it. I was like, damn, that shit does look good.
I heard
it did look good.
I heard Popcorn only makes food for Juno Award winners. So congrats.
No, he actually does make food for his friends. That's like a thing.
Oh,
Like,
really?
people that he fucks with, like you know.
Well, apparently it was just writing.
He shows
style.
love. So.
We should talk about that. He writes in between chopping shit up.
Yeah,
I mean, like that though.
Yeah, I mean, it's when you have that freedom, it's like that. Like if I had that freedom with music, I'd probably do it like that too. But
no, but even with the on the creative side of things, I feel like I get my best ideas like if I'm like doing something like driving or just doing like a low mind requirement task where you're using like a low level of mind to like pay attention, but just enough where there's enough
it just
mind.
activates your creative side for some reason. That happens to me a lot too when I drive. I'll just be like come up with melodies and like raps and shit.
You're just in between chopping and shit.
Yeah.
That's like even like the thing I hate with driving, I get ideas. So I'll be like at a red light, I'll be like, oh, I got to write in my notes because like I'll forget it too. Like,
why don't you just use like Snapchat or something like that?
I'll just it's getting better, and you can't lie.
No, honestly, I've said this so many times.
I know it's getting better.
I think you're legitimately funny.
Thank you.
When we first started this pod, remember you asked me that question. I said, I don't think you're funny, but I legitimately have seen your jokes, and I'm like, this guy's funny.
But it's a long-term process.
It takes time, bro.
It's a long-term game.
You know, I was always good at rapping, but I was shitty at making melodic songs until like kind of like now, really.
So you hired Juno Johnny.
I mean, I hired Juno Johnny before he was even Juno Johnny, brother.
Yeah, true.
He was just Johnny.
Yeah, true. True. You put me on to Johnny.
Exactly. I put everybody in this room onto Johnny because that's what friends do.
You seen 3 Days Grace last night, you said?
Brother, yeah, I seen 3 Days Grace.
How were they live?
Honestly, bro, and the band before them was called Volbeat. I don't know if anyone's familiar with Volbeat. That was my first time hearing them, like a Swedish rock band.
That's good.
They weren't bad. I didn't really know the songs. 3 Days Grace came on, and I realized I know all their songs. Very strange.
Yeah, they have are they Canadian?
Yeah, they're Canadian.
That's why we heard them on the radio all the time.
Maybe that's what it was. I was just like, oh, I didn't realize they have all these songs.
No,
this house is not I was like, oh, I remember this.
Was it Amphitheater?
No, it's at Budweiser.
Oh, yeah. Same place, right?
Is that what it is? Is that what it is?
It used to be called Molson Amphitheater, right?
Was it?
I think, yeah, way back.
Honestly, I didn't start going to concerts until it was
Same
Budweiser.
shit.
So
Yeah,
I
true.
didn't realize that was a name before. No way.
Well,
that makes sense because it always changes on sponsorships and shit.
I'm not a concert guy either, but I was opening for North by Northeast last week for a couple of rock shows, and goddamn, comedy in between bands is absolutely atrocious.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know why you would sign up for that.
It was tough.
Comedy is for comedy, bro. Comedy is for comedy.
No.
Comedy doesn't mesh well with anything else. Like I think people try to like force every genre together and try to make it some kind of like group soup, but it doesn't really work out that way.
And anytime you're doing comedy where people don't have seats, it's not a good time. You're pretty much doing a fucking early stage Hitler rally.
Yeah, that looks very weird. The optics on that look awful.
You're like, these immigrants.
and everyone's like, yeah, we hear you.
Nah, realistically, everyone fucks off to go
Elon
smoke
salute.
cigarettes and shit.
Yeah.
And get drinks at that point. But no, it was fun. I met speaking of bands, though, I came across a couple bands. I was like, oh, these guys are actually sick. So I downloaded a couple music. And
I mean, yeah, that's good for the experience of like, you know, meeting other creators and hearing some good songs and shit.
Yeah,
like,
so the fun of that.
shitty for like,
It was not good to
not,
do.
you know, getting some fans in your own right and shit.
I actually got a couple. But it was more like, oh, I would like to see you actually perform.
Yeah, instead of
in
between these rocks and bands. That's so weird. It's a weird format.
So you said you ran into someone at the show though with your baby mama.
Yeah, I was with my baby moms. I ran to my ex-girlfriend from like fucking a million years ago.
Who I went to elementary school with. Very nice lady.
Yeah, we're not gonna name drop, but
No.
whatever. You know, chopped it up. The regular hellos.
And how'd that go? Was it awkward with the baby moms? Was she mad? Shout out baby moms for watching. We appreciate you.
Honestly, bro, you know how girls are, bro. I think girls get a little
Naturally pissed off.
Yeah. She's like, oh, you guys are friendly. Maybe she was joking. Maybe she wasn't. But
Yeah, why are you so friendly?
I'm like, because we're friends.
And she's also with her man. You're with your girl. It's not like you're there to like fucking
and, like,
sneaky
the time
link
that we
it.
dated, it was like 6 months, and it's not really
Was it like high school or like even early? Like
it was like
early high
adulthood.
school. Yeah, like
So it wasn't like it was like, oh, like
yeah,
it's a
we
big
almost
deal.
got engaged.
Yeah.
Like we were trying to start a family.
I mean, I would assume a lot of people would consider 6 months not even a relationship.
Did she have an abortion in the segment? No, that's a
crazy question.
That's a wild
That's
question.
an absolutely crazy question.
It was just like, don't talk anything wild. We're 2 minutes in talking about if his girl got an abortion.
Yeah.
I'm not yelling. I'm
No, it's
talking
like-
room
Is
temperature.
it like illegal to talk about medical fucking whatchamacallits?
procedures?
Yeah, I didn't sign the fucking Miranda right or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know what they call it.
Man,
Hippocratic oath. There it is.
I was with my my old girl, not my girl now, but my ex. When we were dating, we went to a Jays game.
Oh yeah.
And
Classic
the
white.
girl, taking your fucking ticket, the person that takes your ticket.
Did you
when
choose the
coming in?
girl that was your ex purposely?
No, it wasn't even an ex. It was like a friend, but that I just happened to hook up with at college or university.
yeah.
And she knew this girl. So like, I'm walking. I'm like, oh shit, it's you. And then she's like, because we're like friends and we hang out like all a group of friends. She's like, oh hey Kevin, how's it going? And it was like nothing romantic there, but you can
Did you guys
imagine.
hug?
Probably because I'm a
Yeah.
hugger. I'm a natural hugger. Like it wasn't even.
You know
Like,
what?
it's not even like
I tend
that.
to hug women, yeah, because it's just like, what am I gonna do? Like dap you up?
And
Like,
also, it's like a friend.
it's good, my nigga. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying too. It's like with my ex, like even before we dated, like we were friends, like hung out all the time in the same social circles.
Yeah,
and smoked and hung out, and then even after we dated, years after, we were still in the same social circle. So
Yeah.
it was not gonna be like I'm gonna come somewhere and be like, oh, it's my ex, fuck you. It's to be like, well, we barely dated, and we're in the same friend group. So what's up?
Like it's someone you grew up
Hey,
with.
here's a hug. Let's have some drinks. Like,
But holy fuck, talk about ruining a date night, a date day.
Yeah,
or
you can-
whatever.
you can-
right at the beginning, going into the
fuck
venue.
the temperature up. Gladly for
Did
me.
you fuck her?
We were into 3 days
you
grace
fuck
already,
her?
so it was fine. You know,
Yeah,
it's like I
true.
think it was like the
Very
beginning
true.
3 days of grace. We're going back right when they started, so it was like the music was too good for her to keep that.
Yeah.
She like forgot probably like like
Her inner
10%.
white girl came out.
Yeah,
and
no, she was. Yeah, for someone who listens to so much trap,
Did I ever talk publicly about when I was front page on what? What was I front page on? Oh, this is a good story. That was.
I haven't heard this story.
Page. Okay, so same girlfriend I was with. Shout out
Okay.
this girl's married now, and like
is she?
I'm not gonna say any names. but,
loser.
like, yeah, she's a
Unless
nice.
she's a good wife, then good for her.
Yeah, no, shout out her. She's a nice person.
She's not ruining some
But
guy's life.
anyways, so like we had long distance. So I went to school in St. Catharines at Brock. So it's like what 2 hour drive from Ajax. You know,
Yeah,
a
you
bit
guys-
of a distance.
You guys are both cheating.
So
Go
it
on.
was it was on and off. So it was rocky, and we're at like St. Patty's Day, right?
Rocky.
The day before St. Patty's Day,
Yeah,
or like 2 days before, whatever it was. I can't remember.
There's so many sluts during St. Patty's Day in
Well,
college.
no,
times.
this girl like we're arguing about something. So she's like, all right, I'm done with you. Blocks me off everything, like X blocked. I can't even contact her on anything. Everything I'm blocked on. So I'm assuming like we're done, and it's St. Patty's Day.
100%. And you went on a St. Patty's Day?
Yeah, and it's
what
St.
is she
Patty's
trying to
Day.
tell me? Oh, I was at home being good?
No.
Yeah, fucking right. St. Patty's Day, you got loaded and fucked 6 guys.
But hear this. So I'm going to St. Patty's Day. I thinking I got left. I thinking this girl left me and it's fucking 6 guys. You know?
Accurate thought.
That's what I'm thinking.
Accurate thought.
So,
Listen,
like-
you can't block a man before one of the biggest parties during college
White
time.
guy holidays. A white guy day. St.
I've
Patty's
seen
Day.
St. Patty's Day in college towns. It is lunacy.
Exactly.
I've seen
So you want to talk about crazy white
women do crazy. I saw white girls getting fucked on the lawn of a party.
Yeah.
On the lawn.
She's from the suburbs. That's the thing.
This is like London, like this is old London.
Which is a suburb.
Yeah, I mean, no, London's a city, brother.
Yeah, it's a city.
It's a
but
city that has a
suburb energy. Yeah.
And they all come from Durham and come from Toronto. I've seen insane things. So it's like,
It's wild.
I couldn't imagine like me being college age and my girlfriend being like, let me say it's over. Just blocking me on everything. I have no way to talk to her because we didn't have that many things. back then.
No.
We had like
It was
2
like
apps.
Facebook Messenger,
It was like BBM,
Instagram.
Facebook.
Yeah.
It's like, you're crap out.
This
I'm
might
not
have been
on those.
just post BBM when the BlackBerry crashed. It was like the tail end of my university. But anyways, so
Yeah.
the next day, so I go out, whatever. I go to the university bar. I like make out with this chick.
Nice.
She wants to go back, but I still feel guilty because I'm kind of like things aren't running up. So I got to go back to my house. Yeah, right. That's exactly like what honorable
don't
white
half
guy.
step. Don't half step.
That's why I half
'Cause
step. I half step.
At
But
that point, you're already
anyway,
in the shitter. At that point, listen. I look. If cheating is cheating, right? So if
it's not cheating because I got blocked.
no,
No, it's not
but I'm just
cheating.
saying, woman perception. If cheating is
look at this girl
if
over here.
cheating
She's-
is cheating, if cheating is cheating, then entertaining the other sex in any way is cheating. So if you're kissing that girl, you might as well have fucked her.
I know.
Because in my eyes, as the guy, I'm not gonna be like, oh well, they only kissed at the bar.
Yeah, but also
I still love you, baby.
The thing you got taken into account, like she was mid.
She's mid,
real mid,
Ooh.
extra mid on a good day.
Not spicy at all.
Yeah, like you got
no give.
You got the mouth kill, and
mouth kill is nasty work. Mouth kill is filth.
Got the mouth.
Imagine
kill
counting
and
kisses.
Anyways,
I couldn't count kisses.
So get this.
Mono numbers.
The next day or two after, remember you guys remember Bar Stars?
No.
So this is like when those cameras that go in the bar take a bunch of pictures of people and then it gets posted on like the website.
Yeah. Well,
or,
they still
Facebook.
They still have that shit now. Yeah.
So
that's bad.
So I guess this girl, she knows we were blocked and everything. She went and just like, oh, he's probably at like the university bar.
There's a picture of you guys snogging, eh?
No, she found me in the background of a photo, and it's just my face, and you can't even see the girl. You just see like my lips are interconnected. Like, got caught in 360p.
Yo, 360p is treacherous.
I could probably find this picture too right now.
It's still there. It's still there.
No, I have a screenshot of it, and like, I'll never forget. She called me, and she's like, and I don't want to disparage this girl at all. Like, she's a great person now, and like, I don't want to. But it just in the moment, I remember her just giving me shit. She's like, you made out with someone, thinking she caught me, and I was like, yeah, I made out with someone. Like, what? I haven't heard from you in days. You fucking blocked me. Like, what are you talking about here?
And that's 100% valid too. Like, you know,
Like,
you can't really crash out over someone not talking to you. I'm
this is zoomed in. So it's not even the full photo.
Yo, my feet are kicking. Yo. Oh my god, bro.
This is like a photo of two girls, like
yes,
or whatever, three girls, and then that's like zoomed in.
That has me El Weakistan.
So,
that is so good.
So clearly me.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Even though I know it's a long time ago, I was like, yeah, that's Kev.
Yeah, like
that's so fucking funny,
so this
man.
girl was going through it, and then she's like, "You kissed someone?" I'm like, "Yeah," and then she's like, "Well, like I didn't even know." But then I got the picture. I was like, "Wow, like
yeah,
very,
yeah." See,
very clear." And the best,
ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Yeah, and yeah, so that's the story about. Honestly, shout out that girl though. You know, you got to have those relationships. You learn your lessons. I became a better man from those relationships.
I learned not to get caught on camera. Is what you learned.
One thing.
That's insane.
I also think I was just a shitty partner. I was a lot heavier of a gaslighter back then. Now I strategically gaslight.
No, I don't even gaslight at all, bro.
Yeah.
Like the fucked up thing about me is like
gaslight
I don't gaslight at all.
Yeah. You got to do it strategically, healthy.
Bro, I don't because like I'm just like, yo, end of the day, either we're together or we're not. And like for you, and this isn't just like my current relationship or any relationship I've been in general. I'm like, for you, like you are always gonna want this more than me. Because like I'm genuinely like a solemn person. Like I'm an only child. Like I've grown up not having to be around people. I don't need to have a girlfriend. I don't need that like, oh, somebody around type thing that a lot of people really need. Because I grew up alone. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like and I have older parents. So it's not like I had like, even like a real connection with them on that kind of level that's like when you have parents that are only like 20, 30 years older than you. My parents are like 40 years, 50 years old. You know what I mean? So
how old is your parents? Yeah, like your dad was old.
My dad, my dad passed.
Passed?
Fuck, my dad passed in 2016. He was born in 47.
He was born in the 40s?
Yeah.
This guy lived during a World War.
47, brother. Yeah, born at the end of 40s of World War II.
This guy like was born with the D-Day bombs.
That's what I'm saying, man. My mom was born in 51, so it's like
this guy walked the Underground Railroad. Holy shit.
Them type of times, fam. This guy experienced real deal racism. Like that, like trying to get a job and they're like, no niggers, get away. Like, because he went to the States first.
I know when you told me your dad was dead, I just assumed he was an unhealthy black dude.
No, he's just an old black guy.
True.
But like honestly, a lot of older black men die from prostate cancer. That's kind of like a common thing.
Yeah, 2016.
Check her ass.
Born in like, how old was he? He would have been like,
I think he was like 69 when he passed.
Still a bit like,
no,
a bit young.
He would have been like,
but he probably was a big guy. Big guys die earlier.
He wasn't that big, honestly.
Like tall, I mean.
He's 5'11".
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're sure your mom didn't cheat on you? How'd you get?
Honestly,
right?
I look like him. I look like her
okay.
as well.
Okay, true. Your mom has the tallness in her genes, I guess.
Oh, for sure. On my mom's side, they're like all like 6'6". My mom's
What year is she born?
She's 74.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Yo, black don't crack, eh?
For sure.
Yo,
Where'd he go? He went to New York. He was in New York for a bit, and like Philly, I think. Pardon? People love saying
Just
that
so
shit.
quote,
Everyone was racist.
Quote unquote, so people who can't hear.
We're talking about the 70s.
Johnny Hills was like,
70s,
so it wasn't that racist
I'm
there.
not saying he wasn't in the fucking South. He wasn't be like, oh, you might get hung from a tree. No. but there was still racism. You would still be like black and somebody like key your car or put nigger on your car. Yeah. Like, yes.
You didn't get hung from a tree. You got hung from scaffolding.
What are you talking
New York
about?
City.
Even for Italians, it was racist then.
Martin Luther King was there. Doing his thing at that time.
There's nothing.
People came back from the Vietnam War, which was in the 70s, and experienced racism. Like, racism.
George Floyd died a few years back. That's racism, apparently. Not fentanyl at all.
I mean, fentanyl, he would have died earlier. I love people bring up the fentanyl in his blood argument. Like, okay, he had drugs in his system. A lot of people have drugs in their system when they die. He still got choked out, bro.
Yeah, imagine.
That doesn't change anything. You get a knee in your neck, you still get choked out. Like,
you get choked out by the cops, and the cops come back to like he had weed in his system. It must be an overdose, marijuana overdose.
That's what I'm saying. It's just some fucking clown shit. That's what a lot of conservatives like to say, that he OD'd on fentanyl instead of the knee on his neck. That, brother, he was there with a knee on his neck for 8 minutes. I watched the fucking video for 8 minutes. Of course he got asphyxiated. Duh.
With the fentanyl especially?
I mean, I'm not saying the fentanyl was working for his benefit, but I'm saying anybody under those circumstances and duress, after wilding out and all that type of shit, would probably die.
All right,
unless you're like a marathon runner.
R.I.P. Cops
I don't want to go R.I.P. George Floyd because he was kind of a piece of shit anyway, but he should deserve to die over a cigarette.
He used to be a piece of shit.
At some point, his life was a piece of shit.
He used to be a piece of shit.
You know what I mean?
People can change.
Not anymore. Not him.
No, that's honestly a shout out to I Think You Should Leave sketch by Tim Robinson. You ever watch that show? It's a great comedy show, sketch show on Netflix.
I've never watched it.
Give it a watch. Silly humor. Silly humor.
I started watching Tires a little bit.
Tires is all right.
It's okay. It's okay.
The second season, did you get the second season's better? You could tell the first season they were figuring it out.
Yeah.
Second season, you could tell they kind of got more of like a storyline. Before it was like no real story.
Yeah.
So like you could tell they're figuring it out. But I Think You Should Leave is more like a sketches.
But it's like sketches.
You definitely have seen the memes of the guy.
Maybe.
Because he's like, you've definitely seen, because the guy's like, it's like the show that just makes memes. Like the guy, like he's like, you know that meme is like, are you sure about that?
Yeah.
That's the show it's from.
No way.
Yeah.
That's fucking jokes. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to watch it.
That guy
I'm going to watch it.
sure,
I've seen him.
And they're like 15-minute episodes. They're good high watch.
That's all. Yeah. That sounds perfect.
Yeah. Quick sketches.
Good ass high watch.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but fuck, man. I've been trying to find some bald mans to interview for my new job. I'm trying to give out hair transplants. And you know what I learned trying to interview random bald people on the street?
It's not work out well.
They do not enjoy being targeted.
They don't want people to be like, yo, you're talking about me being bald, yo? And like, for me, it's like,
I feel genuinely bad. Like, people are getting actually, like, because they're like, you want to interview, and they get like excited. Like, yeah, what about him? Like, male bald, and this. And they're like, oh, you just see like that deflation.
Yeah, but that's
my bad.
That's women's fault, though.
Don't blame women on this. It's God's fault for making them bald.
No, but it's women's fault for making a thing where people care. Like men, like a man, I don't see another man that's bald and be like, oh, bro, you don't have hair? No, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, true.
It's like girls who make that stigma of like, oh, men's are bald. And
some
like,
chicks love it, though.
Some women do love it, but that's what I'm saying. With everything, some women love it and some women hate it. It's like BDSM. like, not every girl's gonna be like, oh, tie me up and choke me. Some girls will be like, whoa, like.
Or some girls will be like, you're getting tied up, I'm gonna choke you.
Yeah, no thanks.
Some girls are into the opposite side of that.
Yeah, but I don't like. I feel like when you want to get dominated as a man, like something happened to you. I don't want to like put people in a box. Once again, even with this conversation, but it's like, as a man, why do you want a woman to disrespect you in the bedroom? Like scratching, like, okay, even choking is a little crazy.
Maybe the odd racial slur is okay for fun.
That is nuts. I think, like, I know a girl.
Sarah definitely fucking does racial slurs in the bedroom
used to
over
do
here.
this like cam shit, and she used to do that shit for her clients. And I was like, yo, how do you do that shit? And she's like, they love it. And I'm like, that's fucked
for
up.
clients.
Yeah.
She's like, so like black guys are hiring her as a white girl?
No, well, black guys, Asian guys,
like,
all sorts of races, and they'll be like, you know, like
call me whatever.
Yeah, call me this. Like, say I'm like a lowly this. I'm a piece of shit. Like.
That is kind of actually
These guys are fucking beating their dick to that. And I'm like,
that's kind of hot.
That's
not gonna lie.
Crazy. Yeah, it's not for me though.
That's kind of hot. No, there's just nothing they could say to me that I would genuinely like be like, yeah, I'm a cracker ass.
Yeah, but it's not for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I like dominating girls. Like, I'll be like fucking like, you know, fucking a girl's face and spitting in her face type shit. Like, so for me, it's tough to be like the opposite way around.
Bro, I like go on Pornhub and I search making love. I love just like sensual. I just want fucking human connection.
I think that's a part of sex. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
my fetish is love,
I don't want to talk
bro.
about like sex like that matter, but it's like I think part of sex is like the making love part of it, and then there's like the fucking dirty. It can't just all be like one thing. I think you got to switch it up either during that one session or throughout your sessions in general with your partner.
They call me
just fuck somebody one way. That's boring.
They call me Mr. Missionary for a reason, bro. I'm a specialist in
missionary gets a bad rep, fam. Missionary, you do so much work in missionary.
Yeah, missionary.
When you do the pile driver, when you put their fucking legs behind their head, and you start dropping dick.
Yeah, there's a bunch of angles in missionary.
Girls can say, "Oh, I love back shots," but like that is hitting you like a back shot. There's no way it's not.
A girl will be like, "You only fuck me missionary," but it's like, "Yeah, I fucked you like 5 different styles of missionary."
Yeah, back shots is like
leg
what?
Up this way, one way.
Yeah,
leg up that
back shots
way.
is like, you know, either you're like in a bad position or you bent down properly, or I have one leg up, or like I'm standing over you.
I also don't have the facilities for any of these fancy positions, you know?
I'm crying off the facilities of the physicians. Like, fam, like there's not that many positions, bro.
No.
It's like girl on top, missionary and its variants, back shots.
Reverse cowgirl's not great. Like I feel like it pops out too much, you know?
Your problem is you have enough dick, so I understand that. And then from the side, from the side is money. From the side in the morning,
the lazy
money.
fuck.
From the side in the morning is money.
The lazy fuck.
That's Steph from 3 every time.
Bro. Yeah, Steph from 3.
Yeah, that's money.
You ever try to do long range pisses?
Like when I was a kid, yeah.
Yeah, not anymore.
Not as a grown man. That's insane as a grown man, like still doing that. But like as a kid, you're like, yo, how far can I go? And you have so much pressure as a kid. I feel like your pressure gets shitty as you get older. So I'm not getting the pressure I used to get. I used to be like a fucking hydrant.
So if you went to if you went to a sports bar and they had a 3-point line on the urinal,
absolutely not. I'm not good money. I'm not good money. I'm not good money. I might in the first like second or two. Third range, like 3-point range, but after that I need to dunk. I need to fucking shoot that shit right into the motherfucker.
He's driving the lane.
Yeah. Right away, buddy. Right away. I'm going to lane like Giannis.
Imagine how sticky that splash zone under those urinals would be.
Yeah, they would fuck up my shoes, bro. There's nothing more that I hate when I'm like not paying attention when I walk to the urinal and I step in some other guy's piss. I'm like, it makes me so mad. So it's something that I think about all the time when I go to the urinal. I'm like, also, I want to bring this up. This was a thought that was crossing my mind. Yo, they treat men like animals with urinals. Like, why can women always pee in peace in these boxes? And then you go to a sports thing and it's like 20 urinals side by side, not even a side slit, just straight. And you have to walk in like a military man, just dick out, look straight ahead.
And then there's
literally 30 cocks side by side.
And one shitter. That's full of shit and toilet
piss
paper.
all over it. But it's not even about that being out of order. It's just the fact that, like, why do they just cram us in like that? Like animals, dog. Nah. Because I just, bro, no. You freeze up, dog?
You know what's funny?
No, bro, honestly, shy bladder's a thing, fam. But yo, it's get a mental space. Because I understand. Trust me, I get
performance
it.
anxiety.
I think about it too. It's not performance, fam. It's not performance. It's just a lot. Everybody's peeing and I need to pee, but like I don't like. And the thing about it too, when this happens, I don't really need to really pee. Yep. It's like I need to pee now to get it out of the way later.
Yeah, because that's it.
See what I'm saying? So I don't really have to pee. And then I go there, I'm like, there's like 90 niggas. I'm like, God damn.
And
they're lining up too. And I'm like, yo, I gotta pee. Niggas know I can't pee right now. Your anxiety's hilarious, dog. Yeah. Walk away, wash your hands, bro. You kill me, dog. Nah, bro, I just focus. You know what I do, fam? I just take my fucking brain to a wet place. Pause. I just think about waterfalls, lakes, oceans. I'm like, it's wet, baby. I just start peeing. Boom. Like water.
Yeah,
That's so funny, though.
I have that, too. I got to do
that. Has me weak.
I got to do the proactive pee just to, like, not have to pee on, like, the drive home or something later.
Because that piss be killing me.
And then it's embarrassing because you're like, it's not even that I have to pee right now, but it seems like I'm having trouble peeing. But it's genuinely me just trying to kind of force out a pee before I hit the road.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta think about it. You gotta think pee, bro.
Buddy, you know what I had in Florida? And I wish we had them. It was kind of sick, the troughs with the ice. Like, I would go to my way to use that.
Nah, it was kind of I don't
sick.
like that shit. Because,
it was just like
because that shit be stinking, dog. The trough with the ice. Just
the old arenas used to have it. So it was just like there's no urinal. It's just like a big like trough. With
yeah.
and
It's fucking disgusting. Yeah. It smells like it could be on the ground. It can be like in a little but it's disgusting. I've seen some places have them before even here. It's gross, bro. It's gross.
It's like one big massive.
Yeah. It's gross. It's gross as fuck. So it's grody.
Yeah. Arenas and shit used to do it. It's grimy, but like because I never experienced it, I saw one. I was like, nice. I gotta fucking get. Yeah. It's just shoulder to shoulder.
And you know what I hate too? What I hate the most too? The floor urinals. The ones that like aren't attached to the wall. They're like on the ground, brother. Pissing into those things is a nightmare.
And shitting in them's even worse.
Yep, absolutely. I've seen it though.
You've seen shit in the urinal?
Absolutely.
If I had
elementary school, and I've seen somebody shit in the You know when they used to have that fucking the ring thing where you have to step on the bottom and the water came out? This is before Johnny's time. He has no idea what we're talking about. The circle fountain. I seen a man put a shit in there in the pink fucking soap. I seen a man put a shit in there. I seen a man put a dead lizard in there in elementary school. Lincoln Avenue was different, dog. Different animals over there.
That's why I went to St. Francis, bro, down the street.
Well, we fucked you guys up.
Well, yeah, we're a Catholic school.
No, we literally came to your school and fucked you guys up during recess.
True. Not me.
Not you in particular.
Yeah.
I beat up so many kids at St. Francis.
Just like after school.
It doesn't matter.
They're all fucking off.
It doesn't matter.
Honestly, though, like...
We had one of you from Lincoln Alexander used to come over on our lunch period. Just chill on our lunch. Like, what are the teachers doing? There's strange children at the school. This is where I came up in. Like, kids... Think about kids being unaccounted for, not even at the school.
The school you went to so trash.
Other kids showing up. Yeah, Lincoln Avenue was
just looking at it. I've never been there, but like just looking at it. And St. Francis
have you seen our gym? Our gym is like not even a real size gym. It's like a gym where if you take a real 3, you hit the roof.
Yeah, same as
it's one of those, like little pinch gym at the old rims. I hope they've upgraded it now.
No,
I hope
that it's just a small school. Like most kids go to Lincoln Alexander over there, I think.
Yeah, like or Royal Michener.
Yeah. It's
or Royal Michener, the better schools.
Or St. Pat's or some shit.
St. Pat's.
I guess that's a bit out of the way.
That's farther down into...
Yeah, that's too far.
That's a little farther. But man, you can go to any school you want to now. They've changed that whole thing. You don't have to go to the school that's like in your neighborhood.
But it's kind of sick. You kind of want to go to the one in your neighborhood.
You just walk there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I'll probably send my kids to fucking, I'm not even going to say. Saying what's Lincoln Avenue was already, well, I can say what school I'm sending my kids to now.
Yeah, true.
But I could potentially send my kids my old elementary school. I just don't know if I want to.
Send her to a Catholic school.
I'm thinking about sending her to a school that's just not going to focus on any LGBT nonsense and actually just care about her education.
The French immersion one.
Whatever it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just want my kid to be educated and not indoctrinated.
So you should convert your daughter to Islam is probably the move.
I mean, she's a Seventh-day Adventist at this point, so it's pretty much the same shit.
What's that mean?
That's my parents' religion. It's like the Muslim of Christianity.
So what is it? Explain. I've never heard of this till right now.
So they go to church on Saturday, like Muslims would do.
Very Jew of you, but
the Muslims go on Saturday as well.
It's the Sabbath.
It is the Sabbath, right?
Okay.
They call it the Sabbath as well, right? So Friday to Saturday, sunset to sunset is like God's time. So Friday night to Saturday night, God's time, right? Similar to the Jews.
No trapping on Saturdays. I hear you.
Absolutely was trapping on Saturdays. That was kind of a problem. But don't eat pork like Muslims.
You eat pork, but
well, I don't give a fuck about practicing something.
No, true.
I'm agnostic.
So what else do they do? Hijabs?
No, but they do suggest that women dress modestly. They don't wear jewelry.
No jewelry.
No, just wedding rings are acceptable. That's it.
You're so anti whatever this religion is. What's it called?
Seventh-day Adventists. They're actually pretty popular.
Is it a very black Christianity?
It's fairly black, and it's also very, very fucking white. Like, the style of worship is very white. It's like hymns. Like, it's like Catholic church. It's very slow pace. You don't have the pastor that's fucking juking and jiving and let me tell you about the Lord. You don't have that.
I love that shit.
I love that shit too. It's just entertaining. I want to be entertained.
Me and Kat were talking about trying to just start going to a mega church.
Find a black church. Find a black mega church. You have the greatest time. Yeah. I've been to so many of my friends' churches and I'm like, why don't we do it like this? This is a way better show. This will make me buy into Christianity.
Yeah.
The shit they're like,
sure, the preacher has
the
a private
Lord
jet.
says unto thee. I don't want to hear that guy. That guy's shitty. He sucks.
I went to a wedding last week that was like just a regular mass, and it was like, did you ever go to mass growing up? Then
no, everyone's
it was just like a blast from the past. I haven't been in years. I was like, God damn. But so you don't remember the church tunes? Children of the Light. That's
I remember a lot of the church songs. I don't remember.
We are children of the light. We are shining in the darkness of the night. And the whole church would go.
I don't remember that one. I don't remember that one.
Stomping. And then it'd be like rumbling, and be like, "Hope for this."
But did you guys have Jesus Loves Little Children?
No, that was
Jesus loves the little children.
No, that sounds about
the children of the world. Red and yellow, black and white. We are precious in His sight.
Yellow's wild, though.
Yellow's very wild.
In that song,
who wrote that? Yellow.
Yeah, yellow.
What do they mean by that?
What are you? What a bar by that.
But you know, Christianity is deeply racist.
Yeah, well, who isn't these days?
Every religion is deeply racist. Like, that's the good stuff, right?
They
keep to your own.
That's but no, but I remember Children of the Light at mass and like school mass. You know when everyone had to go, like they would stop playing it for a bit because everyone would get too lit.
That's hilarious. Niggas are amped on Jesus.
So they would have to play like other songs, and people they would like wait for the end as like the big finish. But we would be like itching, like, yo, play Children of the Light. And
that's crazy. Man's our buck tees for Children of the Light.
You know what it was? Because we were at the St. Francis Church that was in the parking lot.
Yeah,
a vintage old ass building. This is before they converted it.
Then they add the rental. It looks fucking awful. That glass show.
Yeah,
that's
now it's like an event space or something.
You know what they use it for? The
think
Lawrence House.
You can like rent it for like theater type events, I guess. But
Can I throw a show there?
You could. You just rent
That's
it.
outrageous. In a church?
That would go sick.
Come see Tr3y. I'm doing all my most vulgar songs. Offer it.
I would love to do if I ever get to a point where I'm doing a special, that would be a sick spot.
Yeah,
like
full
that
circle.
OG church I used to live next to.
Yeah, full circle. But, that's nice.
Anyway, this is right before the construction. So like, I'm pretty sure they would get like, they didn't want us doing it because everyone would stomp and the whole place would like be shaking. And like, because like everyone's like,
it's an old building. Have some Jericho shit go down.
And it was lit. Like Hills knows because he didn't go to that church, but that Children of the Light era, they had the Catholic kids on hold.
Yeah. Fuck, bro.
You were in the school band?
Makes sense. Musical youth. So did I.
You could play drums, eh?
I played drums. Yeah, I was dog shit then.
And now he says the N-word for a living, so good for him. Yeah, good for him.
Yo, music class at J. Clark was wild with the soundproof rooms. Beer Gala get a finger out in there, eh? What were they thinking?
You took music class?
Of course I took music. I'm black.
True.
There is no music without us.
No, I know. I just
all y'all white people know about is structure.
In high school, yeah?
You don't know about feeling the music.
In high school?
Yeah, and in elementary.
I
met my elementary music teacher, Cry, Mr. Worrell. Shout out to him if he's still teaching.
That was
You're still a bitch ass nigga, by the way. How you crying in front of kids, nigga? You're crying in front of fucking grade 7 boys with your head up in the air like.
That's the biggest.
Be for real.
That's the biggest accomplishment.
Making
in
a male
school.
teacher cry?
Making a teacher cry. Even
No, but if you're making your girl teacher cry, you're a waste you. But making the men cry,
unless it's a French teacher.
I made my male teacher cry too as well. Mr. Babin, rest in peace, Mr. Babin.
What
Funny enough,
what do you say
Candace
to that?
Woods, who I know recently passed, she laughed when he died. Funny how things are full circle. Just crazy.
No, it's
she
my
died.
sister's friend.
Yeah, no. I heard. But I'm not surprised.
Yo,
I
my
see the shit
sister's
she was
friends are
posting on
dropping
Facebook.
like crazy, bro. That's 2 this year.
That is 2 this year.
That's 2 this year.
Yeah, but like both of those.
I don't think they were close like now.
No, but both of those girls' lives were not in a great place. Like, not to shit on them or be like, do that type of thing. But like, I was seeing Candace crying for help often on Facebook.
What was it? Like, what was the things? Because this is important discussion.
I don't know.
I don't even know.
But like what I'm saying, I would just see her posting shit about like being sad about her man. It's like, to me, when I see people actually post that shit and like be like, obviously people post for attention, but like she genuinely seems sad. I was like, I hope someone's checking on her. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't want to speculate. I didn't ask anybody.
I do know, and I don't know if that was it, but I feel like I asked like quickly because I couldn't remember who she was. Like, I remember the name, but I couldn't remember like the look,
But bro, like
she
she had a rough childhood since we were kids. Like she was the first person I saw smoking cigarettes, and she's a child like me. She was a year older than me, and that was the first person I saw smoking cigarettes.
This girl that passed.
Yeah, this girl that passed. So like, from when we were kids, like she had a tough life. Like she was smoking a pack a day when we were like, she would have been like in the 8th grade. Like, yeah, she just, like I said, she was one of the first people I saw like drinking, smoking, all those things. So it's like, I just took that into heat. And she lived like around the corner from me when I was a kid, right? So
Yeah. That's tough.
yeah. But I just, like I said, like I just started posting a lot of like sad shit. So like, I feel like, once again, like she wasn't my friend like that. We just have each other on social media and we know each other a long time. But people that really claim to be super close with her should have been checking on her, and I hope that they were in her last moments.
Shout out my sister Krista. No, I don't think they were close. Like in those for like.
Yeah,
I think
that's what I'm saying.
high school
Life
kind of
changes,
thing,
and like I saw her like posting her like baby daddy, so I feel like she was like really like into her family. I know she had like 2 kids and like.
Oh, she had kids?
Yeah, and I feel even worse for them because she had
that's
like 2
worse.
kids
I didn't
and
realize
like.
she had kids. That's really sad.
Yeah, so like it is a sad situation.
Kids lost their mom. That is
100%. It's
if
tough.
you have to lose a parent, the mom's way worse too. At that early age. Later in life, maybe.
I don't think it really matters.
You don't think it matters?
I think it matters which parent is there. So if the mom is like really there and like the one that they know, and in this case that was the case, then yeah, it's tough for them to lose their mom, right? But they're also young, so like now they just have their dad taking that place, so it doesn't really matter. But if we're talking like 5, 6, 7-year-olds, depends on the parent.
It's tough. Like just
It depends on the parent, bro.
I couldn't
Like,
imagine being a kid going to my mom's funeral. Like that's wild to me.
I think it's good character development for a kid though.
It is, but it could go south too.
100% though, but like I feel like a lot of adults go south because they use it as an excuse, as like a crutch. Like I think the best time for your parents to like, as fucked up as this, die is like either when you're a kid or when you're like past like your mid-20s. Because like your early 20s, like you'll fuck your life up. You know what I mean? Like, and then you're like late teens, same thing. But if it's like you're like a boy,
yeah,
you can't be like, oh, like my mom died when I was 7, and you're like a teenage fuck up. It's like, brother, you had mad time growing up. Like,
yeah.
You should not say get over it, but like,
yeah. I was like me to my mom. I was telling her like my grandma passed. I don't know when it was, a few years back. But my mom like for a while was like still like pretty shook and like I love my mom and I love my grandma. But I'm like, mom, like
your grandma's old as fuck.
Yeah, you know, and she was like in pain in her last years. Like she wanted to go and like
100%.
Like, let it go.
100%.
Now.
100%.
Like, I love y'all, but like you can't let this have a grip on you.
Yeah, but you know what it is though. Honestly,
I know it's harder said than done, but
because like honestly, I've gone through the same thing. And like my dad was mad sick, but it's just like it wasn't a thing of like being like I felt like a sense of relief because he was super sick and hurting.
You wanted,
but it's just a thing of like you can't talk to your parents. Your parents are gone. There's no like, you know what I mean? It's just missing somebody more than like. But I don't believe in the whole shutting down thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was sad. I went through like some shit. I was drinking a lot, but I wasn't like, oh, I'm just like not gonna do my job and like throw my life away. And a lot of people will use that kind of thing as an excuse to be like, oh no, I can't live anymore. It's like, well, no, someone actually did stop living, so you have to live now.
Suicide's a crazy one. I had a buddy, a family friend of mine, that their dad was a close family friend, and like a buddy was my age. And when we were in high school, the dad offed himself. And this was like,
yeah, that's crazy.
And he like texted my mom the night before saying like, you know, just because they're like they hang out all the time, my parents and them. But like just having to like see like that like witness that, I was just like, fuck. Like,
yeah, the sui's a little tougher though, bro.
Like,
the sui's a little tough. It's a little hard to like.
And like for the kids
process as a kid because it's like, yo, like you know,
high
like
school too, even, so.
And that's a bad time too. High school's a bad time for your parents to decide to kill themselves. I'm sorry, it's an awful fucking time.
Yeah.
Them niggas are selfish. I'd be like, fuck you, dad. Fuck you, mom. Like, you couldn't wait till I got out of school? Till I left the house? I'm away at college?
That's one of those ones you need to take some, that's like a shrooms. You need some like psychedelic.
No, but like some people are meant to take their lives, bro.
You think?
100%. It's just part of like the global math of deaths that have to occur.
I know.
Like, you know what I mean? Like some people just have to do it.
I've known a few people that like not necessarily I've been close with.
No, it definitely is. Those things also are factors, but I'm just saying, like, certain things are extenuating factors to suicide, right? Like, it's always like emotional factors, like mental health factors, all these different things, right? But like, as a society, like let's look at how like Canada has been trending lately. Like, all the things that we're doing in Canada are increasing suicide levels.
Have you ever thought about suicide? Because this is men's mental health one, so this is a good month for this conversation.
Once again, like, I feel like I don't want to sound crazy, but I think everyone's at least one time thought about
suicide.
Sure,
I've thought about it.
Like, at least thought
More
about
like
it.
what my funeral would be like. Who would show
younger.
up? That would be like in high school. I'd be like, oh, no, if I kill myself, who would care?
I wouldn't
like my thoughts.
I wouldn't really feel that way. But that's
there's like grade 9, you know?
I would just be like, you know, like if you're just like sad or you're going through something, you're like, it'd just be better if I wasn't alive. But it's like a crazy thought because you're like, yo, there's so much more life to live. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like, I feel like a lot of people that are young that kill themselves look at life that way and they think that like life in that moment is so important. They don't look at like life gets way better. That's what it is. Like, yeah. It gets so much better.
Well,
yeah.
also like men later in life,
school,
like dad ages kill themselves.
Yeah, but a lot of guys kill themselves because people don't care about men, bro. That's why men's suicide is so high. And like, you know, people say like, oh, like, well, you rag on women, and but it's just like, yo, then why are men dying? Why are so many men killing themselves if women are so fucking great at managing their relationships with men? Because it's not a lot. They say the male loneliness epidemic, but a lot of these men are dying with girlfriends and wives. Mm-hmm. What is the fucking answer for that?
Yeah,
it is mental health. 100% it is mental health.
I don't think guys
I don't want to
like social time too.
I'm not blaming women 100% of it, but I'm like, yo, you didn't like see the signs, be like, yo, this guy's unhappy.
I also
you live with him and you just didn't see it and didn't know.
It's like I think you just kind of ignore it.
I'm not saying some people aren't happy, but like.
It becomes the norm. It becomes, I think, especially
people just don't care.
If you're seeing your partner like that, it just becomes so the norm, and like it's not like you're the one that can pull them out of there. It has to be like a dedicated, like
100%
by the individual.
100% is on the person. Like I don't. Once again, with the blaming of women for it, like I don't want to blame them 100%, but like I think you can't sit by and watch somebody like that. Like I couldn't have my partner be depressed and I just sit there and stand by and have that happen. Like I'm gonna seek answers to fix this. Maybe like they'll never get back to what they used to be, but at least to a point where I don't feel like they're gonna kill themselves today or tomorrow.
You know what the thing is too?
I think that's crazy to see somebody constantly sad and be like, oh, well, you know, and like just not validate their emotions in general.
I also think like the support systems for that are not set up for those style of men. Like for example, like they're not calling a helpline most of the time.
No, but like yo, I feel like men have.
I don't know
friends.
what it would be.
Do you
friends.
not
Friends
have
is the
good
only
friends that
thing.
you can talk to? Like I can talk to
That's
any
what it
of
has
my
to be.
guy friends about any of my problems. If I'm serious or not, like they'll be like, like they'll call me out for my bullshit, be like, you're acting like a bitch about this, whatever. But like the truth is in the pudding. I can still talk to them. It's not like I can't talk to them.
It's hard to
No,
talk about.
there's nothing that I won't tell my friends.
But that's you.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything because I need the honesty. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I hear you. People
For
do feel
sure.
embarrassed.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna like make everyone's situation my situation. I'm just saying like I feel like a lot of men, and it's society paints it as if men can't have those conversations with each other. I feel like a lot of men can. There definitely are some that can't, but I would say it's to the same degree as there are women that are the same way.
No, I
that
think
don't confide in their female friends. That will be like, oh yeah, like I didn't fuck that guy, but they were secretly in love with that guy for 3 years. Like it's the same type of shit.
I think the
People lie
issue
to their friends, male or female.
I don't think the issue is that men being able to talk to their friends. I think most men as they get older don't have friends. And I think that's what contributes to a lot of suicide because like you lose it. Like I think men need a social circle. That's why like things like men's hockey.
Both people need a social life.
But I'm saying this is something
Women
are
I
better
talk
at
about-
keeping their social lives and later stages of their life compared to men, where men would be like,
I agree.
I
But
kind
my
of just
mom
lost
still has
track.
fucking sleepovers. She's in her 70s, my nigga.
And
like
she looks
grown ass fucking woman.
She's probably happier, way happier, right?
Yeah, because women keep their social lives, and that's 100% a fucking
guys will
thing.
do like maybe like a men's league. That's like their social circle, and like also it's not no offense.
know what it
to
is?
the women. Well,
women
wives and
kind of
partners-
kill male friendships.
Yeah, they
like
don't want you to go out and like, spend time with the bros.
my baby moms will always be like in her feelings when I go anywhere with my friends, and I'm
Not
like,
every
yo,
woman though, but
not
yeah,
every woman.
A
A lot of
women
women do, right? And I'm like, yo, you need to do the same thing. Like we spend a lot of time together, and like you need to spend time with your friends, and so do I, because that's what keeps our relationship healthy. If we only see each other, we're gonna hate each other.
No, for sure, and you can
That
feel
is
the
what it is.
animosity build.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, we need to spend time with other people, have other perspectives other than our partners, and like just enjoying life in general. We can enjoy life together and go out and do things and have fun together, but we also need to have fun apart. Like that's the thing of like, even like she'll be like, yo, you go out with your friends and not invite me, and I'm like, you go out with your friends, and I never get mad that you don't invite me because I don't want to be there.
It's your friend time.
Like your friend time, and like once again, I know girls. The way girls act with their homegirls is not how you act with your man. So I'm not trying to be there and like make you calm down your personality. Like go with your friends and be who you are and do all the ratchet girl shit that you want to do and like get that ADHD off and have fun.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Sure.
That's what it is. Blowing off steam without your partner. And that's completely fine and healthy.
There's nothing worse as a guy to have to sit there while all your girl and her friends are hanging out, and you have to just be there.
That's
for
what
that.
I'm
That's
saying.
the worst. I shouldn't have to be. I shouldn't be there for that. That should be your time.
Like I'm going for my girl's birthday. I didn't think she was gonna invite me to her birthday party. She probably gave me shit for this, but I think she's gonna invite me. I went to I'm gonna go to the party in a couple months, and it's gonna be like a bunch of her girlfriends, all them.
You're not
some
gonna
little
love
boat
your
party.
time.
It's a boat, so I'm gonna have fun. But once again, it's gonna be her with her friends, super drunk. Like no guy enjoys their girlfriend drunk.
Are you gonna invite a couple of your friends or something?
No,
though?
a couple of my friends are coming, yeah, but like when you're like in the courting thing, like when you're with your girl drunk, like that's more fun. When you're actually dating her and you guys are getting drunk, sometimes you're like, wow, like this is getting a little crazy.
This sucks balls.
I don't know what it is. It's crazy. Men change. Fuck
No,
it.
it's not even that. Like I honestly like. I have a thing I was thinking of like purgatory is just you being stuck hanging out with your girlfriend's friends for eternity. That would be like.
Honestly, I wouldn't want to hang out. I don't want to hang out with my girlfriend's friends.
I love them.
Like,
Honestly, I'm talking shit, but like all of her friends are fine. It's just more like when you're not a part of a friend group and they're all having their inside jokes, having fun. It's just not a fun like.
No, 100%.
You're clearly not, and you don't want to intrude too.
Yeah, you're
so that's
fifth-wheeling.
kind of what it is.
Sucks.
Yeah,
And you don't want to be
It's
the
not 'cause you don't
boyfriend
like
at the
them or
girlfriend's
anything.
events
Yeah.
either.
It's
You
not
don't be
because
that
you
guy.
don't like them or you don't fuck with them. It's just more like you're have your time as your collective.
It's funny how girls will like that though, and like guys are the opposites. Like my girl will be like, yo, like why don't you want to bring me to these things? And I'm like, honestly, I'm with all my boys who like most of them are single. I don't want to bring my girlfriend. Because it's what you're gonna see is exactly why you're mad that I go with them. You're gonna see a bunch of hoes in the fucking booth drinking bottles and shit. You're gonna be like, oh, these girls around. I'm like, yeah, girls around because niggas have money.
The black
Sorry
social experience is very
sorry
different
we're
from
not
mine,
poor in the fucking poor section, walking up to girls. Hey, can I buy you a drink? Like, no, we're in the section with the big ballers. Bottles are popping, and girls are coming over like fucking seagulls. It is what it is.
That's how black friends hang out. I'll tell you what white friends do. Me, I go to my buddy's driveway. And it's like King of the Hill.
Yeah.
You know, just sip on a beer can or smoke a joint.
I've had those too.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Nice lawn. Yeah. And then that's pretty much how I sketch it up for like a half hour.
But that's what I'm saying. Yo, we're doing the same shit, just a different environment. We're just having, It's
no
more
bitches. I have no bitches, brother.
Yeah, there's no bitches. There's definitely no bitches. But like it's
no, we have bitches. They're female dogs, like Labrador retrievers running around and shit. Italians are fucking waste, bro. Yeah, Italians are gossipers. You're not wrong.
honestly, bro. We just drink and talk shit.
Maria's son, he fucking apparently went into rehab.
That's Caribbean moms too, bro.
Yeah.
That's just immigrants.
And then us guys, we don't gossip enough. I get in shit for not gossiping enough. My buddy will be like going through like whatever trials and tribulations, and my girl will be like, "You don't ask," and I'm like, honestly, like
I don't
we're
care.
talking about like boats for fishing for like
I don't
45
care,
minutes.
first and foremost.
I went home.
Unless you make it my business for me to care, I don't care. Like, why am I gonna sit there and force things out of you? You're a grown ass man, and you're my friend. If you want to confide in me, then confide in me. And if you don't, I'm not forcing it out of you. That's what fucking women do.
Yeah. My girl would
Are
be
you
like,
mad?
My girl would be like,
Are you mad?
How did you sit on a fishing boat for 4 hours with this guy and you didn't tell you anything about like
Because we like peace.
his breakup or something? I'll
We
be like,
genuinely like peace.
I'll be like, the conversation went like this. Yeah. You got the lighter? Yeah.
Bro.
What are you using? Okay. I think I got a bite.
First and foremost,
like maybe you
what
shoot the shit.
awful
It'll be like,
friend would bring you on a boat and cry about his breakup.
yeah.
Like, it's the most solemn thing. It's the worst place. A bar is fine, but on a boat, I'm stuck with you with a stare fishing. You're like, man, I fucking hate my girlfriend. That sucks. Bro.
No, but even still,
sucks.
straight up, as a friend though, if we were fishing and he did, like I would be like, yeah, sure, what up? But also it would be like not the whole time.
Yeah,
He'd, like
it
get
would.
off some shit, but then like we're like, maybe we should try fishing over that shoreline over there.
Yeah. You want to smoke a doob?
Yeah, like want to smoke one? You got one? You know, like it changes up real quick.
Yeah. But we don't have to dive into it too deep. We just want to get it off and then.
But straight up though, men, and so I think that's the biggest issue is men not having a proper social outlet because men need to socialize.
Later in life, I definitely agree
especially
with that.
like when because you're in high school, earlier years, you're getting that.
Yeah, 100%.
You're getting that. And then you got to go to college. You still kind of have it, but then like,
And then you go to your job, and then it's like you don't see your friends as much.
and
it's
then you
like,
have kids, and like all your friends have kids. And like you have to actively make that time, and I think that's where men's suicide rates are so bad. Like you need to socialize, even if you're not talking about issues. Being around some people, I think, just helps for the men's mental health.
But
for men,
and
women too, but women just do it better.
Let me throw up my counter argument to this. While I do agree, like men need to have their own circles, if marriage is supposed to be the partnership that it's supposed to be, you shouldn't really have to lead on them that much.
But
if your woman is your best friend, and I know that men and women are different, yes, but if she's genuinely your best friend, you shouldn't even need to lean on your friends as much for emotional support if you feel like you're in a place where you want to fucking kill yourself. That is my point.
No, but
what is the point in getting married if I'm not getting that? A genuine partner.
In that sense, where you're talking about the traditional like partnership, that when that was created, they still had church, which was giving them the sense of community. You'd still go to church.
No, I'm not
You're
talking.
probably getting that
and
social
I get all
aspect.
that.
Still.
I'm just talking about in genuine. Like people are so much more intelligent now with emotions and everything, and dating as a whole. Like think about how dating was back in the day. Like courting was very simple. Women didn't even know their husbands back in the day.
Yeah,
and men didn't really know their wives. But like, we're in a place now where people are so translucent on social media, letting their thoughts off, whatever's coming out of their brain, whatever time in that moment they believe this. We're in that era now. People are doing all this shit. And you're telling me you can't have a genuine relationship with your partner where you can't even tell where their mental health is at?
Yeah.
You couldn't tell your partner is going to kill themselves in big 2025.
Yeah.
That's my point. Like, we're too emotionally advanced at this point for you to just not see the signs. I don't give a fuck if Buddy is Mr. Happy all the time with his friends. When he's at home and he's just sitting there staring off into the distance, what the fuck do you think is going on in his head?
Yeah. And it's...
Be fucking for real. Like, it's not always, oh, guys aren't thinking about anything. It's sometimes it's like, yo, the weight of my job is crushing me. Yeah. I have to be a provider.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. I hate that me and my girlfriend are getting into these fights. Me and my fucking boss got an argument. I don't know if I'm going to get fired. Me and my coworkers, whatever it is. Whatever it is that person is going through.
So what would you do, bro? Just say you were actually going through a real tough time where you're at the point where you're like, I'm genuinely considering offering myself. Mm-hmm. What would you do in that situation? You're just go and hang out with some friends and try to like open it up? Like, what's the move?
Well, like, it's different for me, like, now because, like, yeah, I would say prior, like, talk to some friends, like, trying to up my mood and take away from what I'm actually feeling in the moment. But now it's just like, I have a kid, bro.
So, like,
that's just not an option to me. Like,
yeah, fair.
I feel like once you have a kid, like, obviously people go through what they go through.
It's more cowardly, maybe? I don't know
bro,
if that's the right word.
I can't imagine leaving my kid without, like, a father and a provider. Like,
just because you couldn't handle it.
That is just, because I couldn't handle the pressure.
You'd wait till they're, like, 18 and then
that's just some bitch-ass nigga shit to me, especially having a daughter, too. Like, what the fuck is she gonna like really think of men? Like, yeah, my dad killed himself because like, he cracked under the pressure. He was just too fucking sad.
One too many fucking shit diapers, and then he said, "Fuck this shit."
I don't even fuck about the diapers too. That's a funny thing about I don't change as many diapers as my baby mom, obviously. But I never cared about the diapers. It is what it is. Your kid's gonna shit. I will say though, it is weird going from being a guy and like seeing pussy as only a sexual thing to like having a daughter and cleaning a vagina. It's just a weird transition.
Yeah.
Because you've always seen vagina in one way, and now you're like, oh, it's like a kid's vagina.
Yeah.
It's just strange because you just never think you're gonna be cleaning a vagina ever.
I don't even
unless you're a
change
PSW or something.
I don't even want to change a diaper, bro.
Honestly, it's
like
not bad,
I'll
fam.
do it, obviously.
Yeah, you'll do it, but it's not like the way people make it seem. Like obviously blowouts are bad, but like for the most part, it's just like whatever. You just wrap this shit up and throw it out. It's very quick.
So you change diapers here and there when you got it?
Yeah, and like my kid, obviously at that age where kids tend to be dickheads. Oh, of course, but that was more when she was younger. Now that she's older, her shits are more solid, right? But like the thing that kids at her age do, they try to do like the stiff leg and they try to like turn over and shit. But like I'm a big ass nigga, so I just put my palm on her. I'm like, where are you going? Where are you? She's like, and I'm like, you're fucking 2, bro. You're 20 pounds, my nigga. Where do you think you're going?
When is she?
Wrap her shop, boom, 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 done.
What age do you potty train? She's almost at the age where you're starting.
I mean, a little bit, yeah. Like so, the other day she stayed down. She went to the washroom and she sat in her little potty. But then the other day she just shat on the floor. She's like, yo, like that's the floor, that's the toilet. Whomp! Let one loose. So it's like they're young. It's a learning curve. But at least she's not at the point where she's like, she understands that she needs to take a shit and needs to take off her shit and just shitting anywhere. Like she's still obviously gonna shit in her things, but it's like there's a sign you could tell when kids want to change off their diaper. They start like tugging at it a lot.
Yeah.
And like she hasn't really been doing that enough. She's doing a little bit, so we know she's kind of getting to the point. But I also want to wait till she can just speak, like so we can just communicate. Be like, yo, you need to shit, and she's like, I'm like, all right, cool.
Is she saying words?
She says a lot of words, but like
dada, mama.
dada's super easy. I wanted to do the sign language thing, but like I'm fucking lazy. I fucked up on that one.
Fair. You should
That's
teach her
true.
your native language patois.
The fuck English? I'm gonna teach her broken English instead of English first. That's dumb.
Because you're Tr3y, right? Is it pretty much is this slang they have there?
It's less slang
Is
than
it-
Jamaican, but
is
they
it
also
different?
use Jamaican slang.
So it's like kind of a patois. Do
It's
they
like
have their own
it's a
like
tone.
dialect of it, kind of?
What are you talking about, boy? Like they kind of like there's just
They have the Caribbean
it
twang.
feels a little gayer, honestly.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a Guyanese is the
Guyanese
gayest.
is no-
They sound the gayest, but Trinity is pretty bad.
Why is
talking
Guyanese sound gayer?
I don't know. It's just a tone. But that's like a North American perception of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like down there, they don't think that. Like a Jamaican in Jamaica wouldn't think that about them. But like us on the outside looking in, being like, yeah, it sounds kind of gay. One of those things.
No,
I can admit that. It's my culture.
Are you gonna wait? Your girl is Ukrainian. Does she speak it?
Yeah, we're not going to the fucking Ukraine. I'll tell you that.
Does she speak it?
Absolutely not. She's fucking like third generation
she's
Canadian.
like- yeah,
Even like
true,
her
true,
grandma
true.
that's like Ukrainian doesn't speak Ukrainian. So
I was gonna say it would have been sick to like teach her a random next language.
yeah,
you
like
know?
not
This
a
is
not
the
a
age
shitty
they
one like
absorb
that
it.
though. What the fuck is
No.
Ukraine gonna do for me? That country's gonna topple anyway.
You need
What
like
the fuck?
Spanish or some French
Yeah.
or something.
Like yeah, Chinese or Arab. That would be the 2 things I teach her.
Or Spanish would be cool. You go down to the States and shit. Spanish would be handy.
Spanish is just cool, but it's not really that handy. Like who's the fuck about speaking Spanish?
You just talk to the workers. Yeah, a lot of there's just a lot of Spanish speakers you run into.
Literally, majority of the people that you're gonna need to speak Spanish to are gonna be workers.
I'm not gonna learn Urdu.
That's crazy. I'm just saying, like, if we're talking about people that you want to get like international business off,
No, yeah,
Chinese,
it's not. Mandarin,
and Arab.
probably.
No one's sitting there talking to the top businessmen in the world in fucking Spanish. Every language will come in handy in certain pockets of the world. you know?
Mandarin
and there's
would be
a
ideal.
lot of Spanish-speaking people in the world, of course. But I'm just saying, like, as a North American, I'm gonna be talking to workers. I'm gonna be talking to somebody that works at a hotel. I'll talk to somebody that works at a restaurant. I'm not gonna have a Spanish experience anywhere outside of those places.
I see what he's saying. Or
There's
picking
not
up
really-
a check.
and something, there's no real Spanish heritage.
You got to realize his traveling. He's a felon. He doesn't get to go to the same
I can go
countries as
anywhere I
you.
want to, and I can get to any country I want to, and I can get my pardon for the states too. So I know what you're talking about.
I just
I
love
don't
to.
wanna go there.
I just love to bring up you're a felon every
Yeah,
episode.
it's not that big of a deal. They want to make it sound like you're limited, but you can go anywhere you want. And honestly, most of the world sucks anyway. Where do you really want to fucking go? You want to go to Europe for heritage, and outside of that, where do you want to go?
to see Hawaii. That probably is a nice
I
place.
don't give a fuck about Hawaii. I've been to DR. What the fuck is the difference?
I don't know.
I can see some island niggas, or I can see some niggas on an island that don't think they're niggas.
They're more like Asian looking, aren't they?
Them niggas are niggas. The Hawaiian niggas, them
Aren't
niggas
they like
are niggas.
Polynesian, like Samoan. kinda
Polynesian
looking?
niggas be looking like niggas. They
Yeah.
may be islanders, but they have nigga blood from somewhere.
I hear ya.
Look at those
I hear ya.
motherfuckers, big lips, fucking thick as a fucking tree. Niggas.
But still, they look different. They have like a
100%, but all niggas look different.
I think it's like an Asian meets black, maybe.
No.
Hybrid.
Asians have different looks too. You know when you see a Chinese person to a Japanese person to a Korean person, unless you're a fucking racist. You
Oh,
know
I
that.
know now.
Yeah, because you're dating
Now,
one.
now that I've gotten involved,
I know. But with black people, it's the same
I
thing.
can.
I could tell an African, I could tell a Jamaican, and I could tell
I'm not always accurate, but I am a lot better because like Koreans, you could tell by like the
eye shape.
Yeah, eye shape.
It's a little rounder.
And like Vietnamese, Filipino, you can tell with skin tone. You know, you tell like those ones.
Filipinos have a little more of a almost like an Arab kind of tone to them because they're not really as Asian. They're actually very Spanish.
Yeah, they got a bit of Spanish.
They have the Jesus and all these. They have a very Catholic heritage. And that's like his name, the Jesus, like de Jesus.
And then they got the Japanese have like.
They also have a darker tone as well.
But not as like dark as like Chinese are lighter still.
Chinese are definitely lighter, but it's also like a face shape thing as well.
Yeah.
This sounds, I don't, this probably kind of sounds racist, but it's just not. Like, it's just how people look from different places.
No, if you were to try to guess, like it's all you have.
No, 100%. And the names too. Certain names I could hear, I'm like, I know. But like, I only know this shit because my dad was an ESL teacher. So he taught English to the people that like were coming here from those kind of places.
Oh, during the railroad worker days?
Not that fucking long ago, Jesus Christ! But like, he was a teacher here from like the late
Chinese
'80s.
Railroad workers and like
That's literally World War II. That's before.
Though.
No, that was World War II.
Is that when they did that?
Yeah, the Japanese with the railroad internments.
No, the OG railroad. The OG. I think
that was the Chinese. Yeah, that was definitely the Chinese.
We went was probably 1800s, maybe. I don't know.
We don't have reparations for them like the natives. Let's not talk about that though.
Yeah,
Chinese are rich enough as they are here anyway.
I met a native guy.
Yeah, Markham.
I met a native guy when I was downtown trying to do street interviews for these bald people the other day.
Well, the last native guy I see him. I think we got into a fight with.
I felt bad for the guy because he was clearly borderline homeless, and he knew the guy that was filming me.
Yeah,
like he was an actor, and he like, oh hey man, but like you could kind of tell the situation. He's like, I don't got much going on. I'm just hanging out here drinking all day, and you could kind of like see he was like. Probably has somewhere to stay, but he's on like the because he literally is like, oh, the only thing keeping me afloat is the money I got from the government for being native. He's like, but I'm trying. Like, he's kind of like, you could tell it was kind of going a dark path, and you're like, fuck, this guy's still salvageable. Like, he was asking to hang out after, and we're like, no, we're filming. Like, no disrespect.
He's not really salvageable though.
It was like more than like the Puckties down at Yonge and Dundas Square. Like, some of them are real bad.
If we're already like tinkering on that line, like you're not really
it's tough. Yeah, it's
like I said, like I don't think these people are really salvageable. We just have to put them in a place where they're not going to cause any harm to the nice part of the environment. I know that sounds crazy. It sounds classist, but like you
like
think
homeless people you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm like, you think it's an acceptable society for people to be homeless and like shitting on the streets and living on the streets in the same place where you're paying bills just to be alive? You think that's fine? No. And a lot of them don't want a system that's going to like give them a home and take care of them. Some of them want to be on the streets. So the only option is to move them somewhere where they can be on the streets. I've been saying this. I've been on the
like a free community?
Build a homeless city, bro. Put the tax dollars into it. Let the homeless do what the fuck they want to do. Take tax dollars and clean into it. Let drug dealers sell drugs there.
Safe injection sites,
exactly. All that bullshit, just put it somewhere else. Build them a night. Don't even build some shoddy shit. Build them some shit that looks like the same cities they want to live in. No fucking people handing out, none of that.
Where would you put it? Even better?
Muskoka.
Yeah, Muskoka. No, even better. Take like some shithole that's like run down, like an old mining town that no one lives or something.
Even better, yeah.
Fucking just set them up there.
And that's what I'm saying. Don't build them some bullshit. I want nurses there. I want doctors there. I want them to have all the same things that we have here.
Give them the ability to climb out of it if they want to.
If they choose to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's an education center. Things that they can better themselves in. But there's just no reason for them to just be sitting in our society acting sketchy. That's just fucked up. Bro, a fucking homeless guy fingered my car this morning, bro.
What do you mean?
Fingered my fucking car,
the gas tank or what?
But see, it would have got to that point. It would have got to that point. No, because, yes, it was a groping. But I'm saying just...
Explain the story for the podcast.
The way that he did it...
What happened?
It was just too rapey.
Where were you? How'd you pull up? Like,
so
what was the situation?
I was in Barrie. I was hanging out with my homie. And I was actually waiting on him at this point. And I'm just waiting there. And this fucking homeless guy comes around from the passenger side, and he runs his hands down my car. And it's like in that like, I'm a sexy car girl trying to sell you a Porsche. Like sleek, like, look at the curves. I was like, what the fuck? I'm looking in my mirror because like, I'm seeing him doing this. So I'm like, why like that? That was my first thought. Not just like you're touching the car looking in because you're homeless. That makes sense. People are fucking homeless and dumb. He's just like sexually, I'm like, why are you doing that? And then he like he's signaling to me that he's coming around to my side. And he gets to my... So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? GTA hooker walk up?
Yeah.
What's going on
He's trying to fuck you, bro.
So he gets to my fucking side. He's trying to signal at me. I'm a dickhead. Like, if you're homeless, don't touch my shit, bro. If I'm going to give you money, I'll give you money. Dirty ass. I don't want regular people's hands on my car. Dirty ass homeless hands. Beating your meat and touching the street. Get that shit off me. This motherfucker comes to my window. He's there tapping my shit. Pop, I'm like, what the fuck do you want? What do you want? He's like, oh, yeah. No. Why are you touching my car? You need to get the fuck out of here. I don't even know you, brother. I don't know you from anywhere. He goes, gay sachet arm. And then he walked down. My passenger's on my side now. Same thing.
You tucked it again?
Double finger, dog. 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. Dirtied up my things, fam. But it's downtown. It's downtown Barrie. Bare people on the street. There's boy down there. I didn't have that, fam.
He's downtown Barrie. For all he knows, this guy could be the mayor.
I'm not touching homeless people. There's no way. No way. Fam, I treat them niggas like nukes.
I dabbed up one yesterday and I felt greased about it. Like, ah. Yo, Hills, did this shut down? If it shut down, then that's going to be a wrap.
Yo. We were just talking shit for this whole time and this whole thing shut down.
It just happened. We're talking about homeless people.
It went on sleep. Went on sleep mode.
What are we at? What's our time at anyways? Should we wrap this shit up? Or should we talk about
about an hour? Yeah.
All right. You got anything? You got any shows coming up or anything?
No, bro. I'm going on vacation. You're getting married.
Yeah, we'll do this pod. Are we doing one Sunday?
No, I'm not gonna be here. I leave on Sunday.
You leave on Sunday. So
yeah, I'm gonna shoot my video
next week, and then we'll be back in.
I actually come back on Monday.
I'll say it off. No, it's the 28th. What, you got plans now?
Think someone's gonna crash your wedding or some shit?
All the black people invited are just last minute flaking, bro.
Yeah, it might be a thing. Well, I wasn't last minute about it.
No, at least you were
I was like a month early. And I have a good excuse. Kinda.
8 gays? Are you including lesbians or like male gays? Because
when I talk about gay people, I'm only talking about the men.
Yeah.
Like gay women, I don't even think about them.
There's
I don't even call women gay. I'm like,
there's my girl.
Unless I'm being a dick.
There's my girl's good friend, the one you met, nice guy. Yes, he's going. She has another friend, and then those 2 guys. The guy that gave me Molly and MDMA. We met him on a cruise. Him and this other gay guy. They're just like travel buddies, and they're flying to like, oh, we'll love to come to your wedding. And I was like, sure.
Random as fuck.
Yeah, but
random as fuck.
They wanted to go to Toronto, so I was like,
yeah, I don't really give a shit, bro. Like
nice guys too.
I just don't have interactions with gay men. I just don't.
Yeah, it was honestly, like they're from Cali, and it's funny because this is what I do when I travel or anytime. I will change my political beliefs based on who's talking to me in that moment. Like we were sitting at dinner with like paired up with these old Texas couple, and they were going off about like Biden and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, fucking Biden. And this gay couple.
This fucking chameleon, bro.
I'm just like, oh yeah, Trump on a piece of shit.
Chameleon Kev over here.
I will change. My girl laughs so hard because like she'll see me and like I'll like go into them so they go off about it too, and I'll always
just go to them. Yeah, you're gaslight king.
Yeah,
you do that shit to me all the time.
Yeah, big gaslighter. Anyways, I got shows coming up today, which is obviously not when we're posting this, but my wedding, and then I think I got Ottawa August 7th. Just announcing that soon. Just got
I would not be going to that one.
You would love to?
No, it's in Ottawa.
Yeah,
Ottawa's kind of a shithole.
Ottawa sucks, but every time I've done comedy shows there, it's been fun for the most part. They have good audiences. They like fucked up shit.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Those government workers got money for tickets, so those
make your dollars. Get $1, make them holler.
Yeah, follow CringeKev.
At Tr3y.
Let's end this shit.